Happy New Year. It is the 2nd of Jan, Friday the 2nd of Jan. The year's not got off to the start that I anticipated. That sounds really dramatic. I drank a little bit more than planned on New Year's Eve because we had some friends over and it was also one of our friends' birthday on New Year's Eve. So yeah, drank more than planned and ended up with a very sore head yesterday morning on New Year's Day. I'd originally planned to go out on a run New Year's Day morning. That did not occur. And the main reason I wanted to go for a run on New Year's Day morning was A, to set the tone for the year, set good intentions, start the year with something hard, all that sort of stuff. But also because last New Year, I was so incredibly unwell from flu, not from alcohol-induced illness. I was so unwell. I didn't see the new year in. I was in bed by about 8 o'clock on New Year's Eve and was in bed for the first 48 hours of the new year last year. So I wanted to sort of go to the other end of the spectrum this year with, setting the right intentions for the year, setting the tone. That didn't happen. So I said, right, I'll go for a run tomorrow, as in today. And then I got hit with the worst period pains from about 5 a.m. this morning. And I've been in bed ever since, and it is 8 o'clock. But I have been doing some work, so I guess that makes up for something, I think. So yeah, the year's not necessarily got off to the start that I had planned for, but I'm not going to let that faze me. I am also going to dedicate as much time as possible in January to vlogging. Vlogging firmly took a back foot in December because it was just such a busy month. And honestly, I think I lost my groove for vlogging a little bit. I think I lost my why. I lost what I wanted to say on YouTube. I lost what I wanted to say on Instagram as well, to be fair, across all social media platforms. I really lost my focus on my voice and what I wanted to say and why I wanted to say it. But I have come into the new year with a lot of creativity, a lot of focus, and some pretty strong intentions as to what I want to use my platforms for, including YouTube. So I'm going to be as dedicated as possible to YouTube in January, because I'm also aware that January is quite a quiet month on YouTube. Everybody's just done Vlogmas and everyone's probably quite burnt out coming into January. I've kind of done the opposite. So I'm going to get as much content out on YouTube as I can. So if you are new and want to subscribe for some regular videos in Jan, do so. That'd be amazing. And I want to be as honest and vulnerable as possible with my social media platforms this year. I want to give you more behind the scenes of what my life looks like and why I make the decisions I make, why I do what I do, actions, habits, behaviours that allow me to live a life that aligns with my goals for the year. So that's my focus with social media over the next few months, is as much vulnerability and as much honesty as possible. So yeah, that was a big old ramble, but plan of action for the rest of today is get up. Before I have a shower, have breakfast, I want to take the Christmas decorations down. I actually wanted to take them down 3-4 days ago, but because we were having friends over for New Year, I thought let's leave them up until they go. They've just headed off to the station, so it is Christmas deck takedown time, which that feeling of the flat being clean and fresh and new for the year is beautiful. So that's plan number 1 for the day. Plan number 2 for the day is to finish setting up all of our Accelerate members for our group coaching program that starts on Monday. By the time this vlog goes up, spaces will have closed. So if you wanted to get involved, you're out of luck, I'm afraid. Get all of those people onboarded and ready to go for Monday. And then we need to do a food shop, because I'm also getting involved in this Accelerate. I'm doing the next 8 weeks of fat loss with the members. So we're going to do a healthy food shop set up for successful fat loss. So I'll bring you along with that. And then I want to go for a run. I want to go for the run that I planned to do this morning later today, because I want to be the person who follows through with her intentions in 2026, apart from yesterday. Yesterday was a fluke. So I'm going to go for a run. fingers crossed my period pains continue to subside, and my body feels good enough to go. So let's get on with Operation Christmas Deck Takedown. It is such a beautiful day. Look at that. Stunning. Perfect weather for a run. Every year we buy a new bauble for the Christmas tree, and this was this year's addition as a little homage to our first Christmas in Edinburgh. Everything looks so bare, but it's done. Okay, decks are down, bathroom has been cleaned, bit of work done, and now I'm going to head out on a run because that's what I said I was going to do, so I'm going to do it. I'm not going to put any pressure on how long I go for or pace. I'm definitely not going to put pressure on because, yeah, you know, girls in the room, you know when you feel really heavy down there when you're bleeding. I'm feeling that sort of way, so don't want to go too quick. Want to enjoy it as much as I can. But Kath, the wonderful woman that she is, bought me a new running top or running jacket for Christmas from a brand called Mile Off, which I've never heard of before, but I can already tell that the quality is beautiful. It's a gorgeous colour, and it's got this pocket at the back of the jacket, which looks really sort of secure without being too bulky. So I'm excited to test this out. Just have my crumpet, down a glass of water, ready to go. I like it a lot. And it's got thumb holes as well. We love a good thumb hole. It's got this grippy material at the bottom as well, so that it won't ride up, which I think is great. Like, you can tell that somebody has built this for purpose rather than just for aesthetic. Yeah. Kath, you smashed it. Just hit 4K, really not enjoying myself. This feels so hard. And to be honest, I would have stopped once I'd hit 4K. But that would mean that I'd have to walk the last kilometre home. And I am already so cold. And I think walking the extra kilometre would actually feel harder than running it because of how cold I would get so quickly. So we're gonna push through and run the last kilometre and get home as quickly as possible because I am so cold and this is so hard. But I'm already so glad that I got out and did it because I know that I'm going to feel so much better for it once I'm home and in the warm. That was horrible. I'm so cold and it felt so hard, and I'm blaming my period for that, plus the probable lingering alcohol that's probably still in my system. But it's done. Followed through the promise that I set myself. The bare minimum was 5K, That's what I did. So I'm happy. And now I need a shower. So I have had a shower and got ready for the rest of the day, and I was gonna just get stuck into work, but then I thought, well, we may as well go and do our food shop now so that I can come home and work for the rest of the day rather than have to chunk it up. So I'm gonna have a little bit of yogurt and some fruit just to tide me over because it's 10 to 12. So I kind of want lunch soon, but I don't want to go to the shop hungry because that is quite literally the worst thing you can do to yourself when you are buying a healthier diet related food shop, is go to the shop whilst hungry, because you're just setting yourself up for buying loads of crap that you do not need. So I'm going to have a little bit of fruit and yogurt to just tide me over before we go, and then properly have lunch when we come back, and then get stuck into work for the rest of the day. It's worth noting that I'm not tracking at the moment, and I'm not going to start tracking until Monday when I start Accelerate. But I haven't been tracking for probably over a month now, probably 5-6 weeks. But having done so much work with my nutrition for so many years, I'm at a stage where I can take these prolonged periods of not tracking and not feel like I've lost total control over my diet, not feel like I haven't got a clue what I'm eating day to day. I've got a very, very good knowledge of nutrition and quality and quantity of diet to suit whatever goal I've got, which is what's allowed me to maintain my weight within 2-3 kilograms of the lowest weight I hit in March last year, 2025, because I've done so much work around my diet, so that I can take these prolonged periods of time away from tracking and not lose loads and loads of progress. So that's something worth noting when it comes to goals that you might have going into 2026 around diet, is not just seeing each diet as its own individual isolated period of time, but seeing it as a much wider practice where quality and education around diet is concerned. It's not 8 weeks to fix everything and then that 8 weeks sees you into the rest of your life. There's going to be a lot of work after the 8 weeks are up when it comes to really making big changes and adjustments with your diet to make it sustainable for the long term. Hopefully that made some sort of sense. But yeah, not dieting, not tracking yet until Monday, but still making very good choices that align with my goals of feeling good. Food shop is done. So I'm gonna prep all of this for my lunches. We've got some turkey to make some turkey meatballs. Not sure what they're for. Prawns for one of the dinners. Sticking cottage cheese in salad to bring the protein content up. Eggs and egg whites for extra protein. 0% fat Greek yogurt for my breakfast. 10% for Josh's. And then some Pepsi Max, because we are Pepsi Max fiends in this house. All of the veg, so you've got salad bits, some like fruit to snack on, got spinach, broccoli, onions, and then you've got a load of frozen fruit and frozen veg just for easy additions for lunches and dinners and breakfasts. Some grapes to snack on, sweet potato for my lunch prep as well, where I'm just going to roast up a load of whatever veg we've got left, sweet potato, the mixed veg, have that with some chicken, salad, like cottage cheese, salad dressing, that sort of thing. And then so many chopped tomatoes because we've got a lot of dinner plans that require chopped tomatoes. Got some beetroot and pickled cabbage to add to salads for a bit of texture and fibre. And then you got pasta, some grains, some bagel thins. What else? I've got some popcorn, little mini packs of popcorn as a little snack for whenever I need it halfway through the day. And that's your lot. Good food shop to start the year. Okay, so I've just sat down at my laptop to do a little bit of work, and I've just been presented with lunch, which is a bit of a sort of leftover whatever's in the fridge setup. So we've got some turkey bacon, a singular chicken sausage, and a singular poached egg and a bit of toast. And I'm honestly really happy about it. I'm going to enjoy this. Josh also just brought me in the entire bottle of ketchup because he knows me. He knows that I will be smothering this entire plate in ketchup.
She will be absolutely buzzed with, but let's keep cheers, champagne, and rewind you.
It has been a pretty successful day so far. I have onboarded as many Accelerate members as I can at this point, and because I'm waiting for onboarding forms for the rest of the members, and I've scheduled content for Instagram and social media for pretty much the rest of the month, which I'm really pleased about. That was a big task on my to-do list. I have written up my calendar and my schedule for next week, including hour by hour time slots for every task that I need to get done. I went over the process of how I schedule my weeks a few videos ago. I can't remember exactly what the title of the video is, but I will leave a little link to it in the comment box if you want to go and have a watch of that. And what else have I done? Blitzed through loads of client messages, getting caught up with all of the one-to-one women that I work with, which has been really lovely. Yeah, it's 4:10 now, so I think I'm gonna probably call it a day once I've sent off a few more emails and go and chill out and relax for the rest of the night. I'm currently on 9,000 steps, so I might take myself out for a little walk, but I might also make up those last 1,000 steps just pottering around the house, so that might be fine. And yeah, go and have a nice chilled Friday. It's the first time in a long time that we've got a really good stint of time where it's just myself and Josh in the house. We've been in full-on hosting mode for a very long time, since the 22nd of December, so 10 days now, with a couple of days in between, that we've been in hosting mode. So I'm excited to have a nice chill weekend, just the two of us in the flat, bit of a reset, laundry, all of that sort of stuff. Bit more work tomorrow to finish off getting everybody set up for Accelerate. And then, yeah, a really nice, calm, quiet entry into the first working week of the new year. So I'm excited. I'm excited for a nice chill night. I'm going to round this video off here because I want to get it edited and uploaded tomorrow ideally, so that you've got a vlog to watch on Sunday at least, if not tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you are new, please make sure you subscribe because, like I said, I'm going to be doing as much vlogging as I can in January and February, and there's lots of exciting things going on in January, including a trip to Dubai. So if you want to stick around for that content, make sure you subscribe, give it a like, and I'll see you in the next one.